In this video, I'm here to review my man Cosmos Inc. Sublimation t-shirt that I have here in my hand. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle, and I help people start t-shirt businesses from home, wherever you at. And like I said, man, we're going to go ahead and review and unbox and take a look at Cosmos Inc. Sublimation t-shirt right after the intro. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know that you do me. I need you to like this video, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because I make videos like this all the time. And yes, I mean all the time. So let's set the stage here, man. My man Cosmos Inc. has one of the biggest brands when it comes to sublimation. And in 2020, we got together, we made a little brief preliminary video at the Impressions Expo. I also went to go see him in Atlanta at his spot. We made some more content for you guys. And his wife had a shirt. She is no longer selling his shirt. He now has dropped his shirt for the second round. He bought in 50,000 units to service the industry when it comes to sublimation blanks. But I have them here, man. I had to get my order in first. They came really, really fast. I wasn't expecting to ship that fast. But again, it was a little wacky on the website. You had to add 12 shirts in your cart before you could actually go split up the sizes. You had a minimum of 12, I think a maximum of about 30. I don't know when you're watching this, that's still a part of it, depending on when you're watching this. But if you have any troubles right now when you're watching it, you can go ahead in there and just add 12 smalls, and then you add 3 mediums, 3 larges, whatever you want to order. I think I did 4 or 5 larges and then 3 of other sizes, whatever the case is. But nonetheless, you go in there, you add them, and then you can go back to your cart and remove like the 12 smalls and get as many as you want, basically get back down to the 3s or however many you want to order. So I wanted to, be out here, take a look at these because, I'm big on blanks, man. I'm big on the quality of the blanks. I'm big on seeing the blanks. These all come individually packaged, which is super cool. Nice. Really, really nice packaging that when you deliver this to your customer, you can then in turn go ahead and give it back to them in a nice premium bag, or you can stash the bag for your clothing brand like I probably will. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. Here we have, okay, nice quality here. Not too, it's actually not too see-through right there. I like that because a little bit, you can see through a little bit, but I don't think this is nothing to complain about. Definitely a lot better than what you would find with like a Gildan 42,000 or a Jersey 21, I think, or I don't know if I'll be getting the 21 and 29 mixed up, but one of them is 50-50 and one of them is 100% polyester as well. So one thing here, the shirt tag is not a tearaway. That happened. That's a slight minus, man. When you're doing a lot of this stuff, you rebranding, you're doing this stuff, you want to tag that. In my opinion, is tearaway. It's kind of become the standard because you're able to supply to somebody and them take it, make it their own, and go do something. Whenever you have to cut, it's not a big deal. But cutting, you definitely leave those frays and stuff like that. And you can see that if you're not able to cover that up when you're putting another tag in here. I definitely like the feel. My understanding is not a lay flat shirt because of the fit, which I totally understand. You can't get that fashion fit and also have it lay flat under the arms, etc., etc. When you're doing that lay flat stuff, you usually end up with more of a boxy style t-shirt from that standpoint. So I definitely am feeling it, okay? I want to go ahead and grab myself a size large because this is a small. I ain't putting this on, you know what I mean? So let me go ahead and find me a large. Here we go. Let's go ahead and find a large and let's go ahead and put it on. I'm going to stand up first, then I'm going to put it on. Okay, so here we got our large shirt. It looks a bit big, but sometimes looks are deceiving when it comes to looking at a very, very flat shirt and how big it may be. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try it on. All right, so now I got it on, and it is a little oversized. I think I'm gonna try on a medium. Just looking at it from here, looks a little bit bigger than what I would like it to fit. And I normally wear a large, but again, sometimes we get stuff, we say, oh man, I don't like the way it fits, I wear a large. Bro, if it's too big, just go a size down. If it's too small, go a size up. You don't have to complain about those little things and stuff like that. Just from a view standpoint of the cut and the feel, I could definitely tell it's kind of tapered around the waist. But in here, obviously, you got to account for different body styles and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm going to try on a medium now, and we're going to see how that fits. Okay, so now I got on the medium, and it's very, very tight around here, kind of loose right under here. But I don't know, man. I think I would have to go with the large just from the cut of this, and see how that goes. So I think I'm definitely a large type of person. I can't wear a medium. Slightly a little bit more baggy than I would prefer, but not too far off from what it should be. I just wanted to see between a medium and a large where I would fit. So let me get my large back on so I can feel a little bit more comfortable talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and change back. All right, so I'm back in the large. Again, I don't know, something about where it's hitting me. I think it's right on my shoulder. So these are right where they're supposed to be. They're hitting right on my shoulder blade. Little bit of a longer, I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm trying to go with it. But it just doesn't necessarily hit in a certain way. I don't know if it's the sleeves aren't tight enough, little wider. Again, I don't wear too many Gildan or streetwear style blanks, so it could be that feel or that fit that he went for in it. Just a little bit off, in my opinion, around the sleeves here. And I think that would kind of like get it to where I want to be as far as how the blanks go. So you guys know what we got to do next. I'm going to throw something together, and I'm going to go ahead and sublimate it to see how the colors come out. I got my sawgrass. I'm just going to probably print out a character. I'm probably print out the bear, or maybe my face, or maybe both. I'm going to print out something and go ahead and sublimate on here and see how those colors hold up. And that'll be it, man. So let's get over to the sawgrass machine and go ahead and get something printed and pressed up for you guys. All right, guys, so we're here now. I got my size small I'm gonna print on. I'm still wearing my large. I have my man Bando right here. Bando, the Builder brand bear that we're actually gonna go ahead and sublimate. And I wanna snip this with some scissors. And I think I left them on the other side over there. Give me 2 seconds. Back! All right, but I'm back. So it got a little, sometimes with the sawgrass machine, you'll find like a little bit of ink in some places that you don't want. So I want to snip it because I have some dots here that I do not want on my shirt here. And it is also still slightly wet here at the top for some reason. So not the cleanest print in the world, but it'll get the job done for this here. So I'm going to actually go ahead and sublimate Bando on a size small here. And we are going to go ahead and line it up. So I'm not going to thread this, right, because it didn't seem like a thin shirt, which is pretty cool. One of the problems you have sometimes with like a Gildan or jersey is that when you go to sublimate and you do your thing, sometimes it'll bleed through to the back, and you don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead here and just try to get some of these wrinkles out like so, and we are looking good to go with the sublimation portion of this review. All right, I don't know why that one spot didn't dry. Some heavy ink droppage on there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop this kind of centered here, right about there. All right, I'm not gonna put any parchment paper on the back, or anything on the back here, craft paper, anything like that. I know we don't get the problem where it bleeds backwards. We're using Texstar print paper today, so we're gonna go ahead now, and I could probably definitely loosen this up a lot. I'm at 400, and I probably will go for about 30 seconds. I think I got it set for a minute here. You know, you don't need heavy pressure. I'm only like a 2 with sublimation. I'm probably gonna go with 40 seconds. 400 for 40 seconds, I think, should be a good amount of time. You can go anywhere from the 30 to a minute range, depending on what it is that you're doing. But right around 40 seconds, I don't want to scorch it too much, or at all, really. I don't want to scorch it at all. So we're just going to see how this goes. And I'm going to stop it at 20 seconds. And I think I got it on auto right now, which I definitely do have it on auto. So we're just going to yank it open here and get it going. I am using the TransPro Plus 16x20. This press right here with the interchangeable platens is super, super crazy. All right, so we got it there. Woo! These colors look very good. All right, you can see on the face here, he had a little spot here. That's where I was talking about some of the ink there. But outside of that, looks very good. All right, I do have like a paper mark, so you can just see some of the lines here and here. Not sure, probably should have covered the whole thing or whatever the case is to kind of avoid that, but nonetheless, not too bad on the sublimation tip. All right, let's take a look to see if we got any bleeding going through to the back, and I do see some slight hint of you know, tint to the brown that was back here. Definitely can see some slight tintage. Tintage, is that a word? I don't know. Colors came out amazing. All right, colors came out amazing. Probably will do a dedicated pressing tutorial. I just wanted to get this done quick so I can go on about my day to day. But these colors look very, very good today. Again, I'm printing with the sawgrass. They gotta fix. Every time I feel like I come in here and I go to do something with the sawgrass, I feel like I gotta start over. I gotta reinstall it. I gotta do all this extra stuff. You know, it's just not working as advertised. All right, so like I said, man, looks pretty good. I just got to clean up. You know, I was rushing just to get the actual review done of this shirt. So we wanted to kind of just, you know, figure out how it was sublimate, what it looks like, how it fits. I know a lot of you guys are going to be picking this up if you haven't already, because this is one of the biggest sublimation brands in the industry from my man Cosmos Inc. All right, so if you guys want to pick it up, you can visit cosmosinc.tshirtsideHustle.com. That's also my link down in the description below if you guys want to pick something up over there, support the channel at no extra cost to you. Some sublimation, conversion ink, all of that good stuff. I know he's working on some DTF ink as well, and a whole DTF segment of his actual brand. So kudos to him for working. All right, so let me know what you guys thought. If you guys have this shirt already or ordered it, let me know what your thoughts were. Put them down in the comments below. This has been your boy Stan Banks with T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.